Welcome, chess enthusiasts, to a journey back in time to one of the most iconic moments in chess history, the World Chess Championship 1972 showdown between Bobby Fischer and Boris Spassky. In this video, we will delve into the fascinating depths of Game 1 of their legendary encounter, analyzing key moments and strategic maneuvers, okay, and the psychological warfare that unfolded over the board. Okay, join me as we unravel the mysterious behind Fischer's historic victory and Spassky's valiant defense in this. Exploring the timeless lessons and enduring legacy of this historic match, prepare to be captivated by the drama, intrigue, and brilliance of Fischer versus Spassky, a battle that forever actually changed the course of chess. Welcome to the Fischer-Spassky Chronicles. So here we start by game number one. So let's just delve into the game. Uh, Here we have the Nimzo-Indian Defense by playing actually. And here and this. Okay, so but let's go. If you don't know what Nimzo-Indian is a stars with d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, d5, attacking the center. So white rook sees knight to knight c3. So I should just notice that here, especially had the white pieces and Fischer had black pieces. Okay, so after knight to c3, we have the Nimzo-Indian. The line is Rubinstein with if plays knight to c6. Okay, here we have bishop b4, the Nimzo-Indian. Okay, so bishop b4 and knight to f3. Okay, as I said. So here we have the move e3 now from Spassky and just castles by Fischer. We have bishop to d3. And here what kind of is don't try to go here and somehow base moves after d takes c4, bishop takes on c4. Okay, now this bishop is in a cross diagonal and maybe he wants to just come back and hit and control the diagonal. Okay, so bishop d3, and here Fischer just played c5, didn't play d takes on c4, played c5 attacking the center. So far so good. Castles, and we have knight to c6. It was better to take on c4, and after bishop takes c4, c takes on d4. We have it captures on d4. If you take with knight is okay, but it is better to go with c takes on d4. Sorry, e takes on d4 because you just open this diagonal for your bishop over there. Okay, so your bishop drops to go bishop g4, bishop to g5, and just pin the knight on f6. So, but Fischer played knight to c6. We have a3. Another good move could be knight to e5. Okay. We have chapters. D takes on c4. Bishop takes on c. Bishop takes c4. Queen takes on d1 and rook takes on d1, and this is draw. Okay. But especially didn't want the simplicity of the game and wanted to somehow win, but it was actually Fischer's main favorite to just win all of them, okay? And that caused him this game to be lost, okay? So we will see the game, okay? Fischer was kind of greedy like me. He wanted to just always win all of the games. He went back bishop to a5. We have knight to e2. It was better to especially not play c takes d5 after e takes c5. We just win a pawn on c5. And here black should just go bishop takes on c3 to somewhat double these pawns on the c line, okay? And here just pin the knight though. For example, after here, then just rook to c8, okay? Hitting the pawn on c5. Example, after maybe just black wants to just take. After, for example, here, knight to e5, okay? Hitting the bishop, so kind of avoiding that white has bishop pair. So just and just putting pressure on the pawn on the c5 there. So, but let's go back here. C takes d5 was not played. The move was knight to e2. We have chapters on c4, bishop chapters back, and we have bishop to b6 takes the queen trade, rook takes d1, and bishop now takes on c5 there. Okay, so we have b4 hitting the bishop. Sorry, b4 hitting the bishop, and before hitting the bishop, and also going for the bishop to b2, developing the space. We have bishop to e7, bishop to b2, bishop to d7, rook a to c1, rook f to d8, knight e jumps to d4. We have 9 chapters, bishop there. And it was actually better to take with bishop, but nothing wrong with knight chapters on d4. We have bishop to a4 hitting the rook over there. So bishop to b3. You must notice that playing this is not good of this one. For example, if you play this, then it's kind of not very good move of going to actually. You can, yes, protect and defend, but why do you do this? Because black has the breaking a5, so he wants to take and somehow open the file for his rook there. So that's why Bishop Fischer just said to himself that my bishop is not doing anything on this diagonal, so why shouldn't I trade my passive bishop for his active bishop? So he played bishop to b3. Okay, that's why. And now takes and rotates on d1. We have now rook c8 from Fischer, king to f1, king to f8. Both of them are just going to activate the king. Okay. Now we have knight to e4. It was also playable to go here. Nothing wrong about this. But we have knight e4 from Fischer. Rook to c1 after an exchange of rooks. Fischer just accepts. We have bishop takes on c1. And here we have f6. Knight coming back, coming to a5, hitting the pawn on b7. So Fischer just throw back his knight to defend the pawn on b7. Then playing this is kind of risky because of knight to c6 and white is actually, Spassky is just creating weakness on Fischer's structure. Okay, so that's why knight to d6 was just played, and this is actually the best move. So after knight to d6, we have king to d3, king bishop coming back to d8, hating the knight, so knight has to go away. For example, if you go like this, then I love to just take, okay, bishop b8 on a5, and I love doing this. So I have just created double pawns, and the knight is somehow better than bishop in the endgame. But here, that's why Spassky played knight to c4. We have bishop to c7, takes straight, and we have the move b5. And here, what do you guess? So just think for a moment. That is one of the most famous moments in the game 1 of Fischer and Spassky. I hope you just could guess the move is bishop takes on h2. Yes, bishop takes on h2. And here, Spassky what said was shy. What is this? Okay. What are you doing? G3. And as we said, why did Fischer just didn't he know that his bishop is going to be trapped? Yes, of course he know, but he was kind of very greedy in a style. He wanted to create unbalanced position and somehow win the game by somehow making a high risk in the games. Okay, so yeah, of course, Spassky played g3, want to trap the bishop and want to avoid it to just free and escape. And his plan is to go like this or just this. Okay, to trap the bishop and attack it. So here we have h5 from and already I must notice that this is good. Okay, bishop takes on h2 was a nice move, but you must play very accurately to survive this. And Fischer also did this, but he made one wrong move in the next few moves. Okay, so we have h5 trying to somehow bridge by just doing h5, h4, and somehow after takes. Now my bishop is just escaped. So Spassky knows king d2, now h4, as I said, king f3. Also, king f1 is not possible because you take, okay? So king to f3 was just played, king to e7, king to g2, f takes g3, f takes g3, and a lot of pawns are just eliminated. And if Fischer could just find accurate, best precise moves there, then this game could be a leading to a draw. But he lost it, so let's see how. King to e6, good move. a4. So Fischer's idea was just going to king c5 and just trying to eliminate these pawns and have passers on this side of the board too. So that's why a4 was just great. And now if you play this move now, okay, we have the move bishop to a3. After, for example, if you want to just keep pushing and just taking, we have bishop to f8. Now I'm just attacking your pawn, and if I can handle to take those pawn, then this pawn is just a passer. For example, if you play this, I'm not, maybe just can take it, okay? After king takes a4, we have b6, okay? You don't take it immediately. Notice that, guys, that now these are the two passers, okay? So, for example, after here, b6, blocking this pawn, and if you take now, you have just one passer now, okay? So that's why. But king to d5 was just played by Fischer. Nice move so far. So far, no trouble. We have king to e4, bishop to c5, defending the pawn on e3 and hitting the pawn on also a7, so a6 just was played. We have b6. Now we have the wrong move f5. Here Fischer had to go for the move e5. Okay, so kind of waiting for white's move and putting the whites in kind of Zugzwang to get advantage to at least not lose this game. But here he rushed by playing the move f5. Now he wanted to move g5 and then fr just now, okay? But f5 was just played. We have king to h4. Good move from Spassky, the best move actually in the game. We have f4, e takes on f4, king just captures back. We have king to h5, and this is already over. So I just and here Fischer resigned, but I didn't care why the move e5 was just equalizing the game here. So after e5, if you play king to g4, okay, we play the move g6, preventing the king to just infiltrate on position. And here our idea is to just somehow play a5 and put white in kind of Zugzwang. Okay, so if Spassky just try to attack the pawn on c6, now we just take and kind of rough to just take and simplify more pawns and eliminate more pawns for equalize and balance and just drawish endgame. Okay, we have bishop takes on f6, king to d4. Now he's going this way, king to c5 and just take, and now have also these two passers, and this is just if you manage to just take, this will become also passer. So let's just see the game. After bishop to d8, we have king to c5, king to g5. Now this passer comes, as I said. So king must control that. We have king to d4. So now the idea is to actually go like this. Okay, we have bishop to e7. For example, if you just play this, okay, then king to f3 here, and bishop maybe to b4, or no, maybe bishop to g5 is just winning after this. Okay, sorry. After king to f2, yes, it's completely winning. Now, actually, black cannot support the pawn anymore by playing just king to d2, and white is completely crushing and winning. So what happens, and what is the best move for black now, is to play the move a5. So a5 kind of fixes this pawn. So also I just make this pawn as a target later. After bishop to d8, we have e6, e3, king to f3, e2, king takes, and now king comes back. And also here we just sacrifice another pawn by playing move g5. Okay, if you, for example, go this way, then we just play king to b4, and now this pawn will also make runner. So if you play king to e4 to just stop this pawn from pushing, then we have the move g4. now after bishop to c7, we just sacrificed, as I said, and now this position is already the draw. If you just able to handle, actually take and eliminate those pawns also, because of this is the dart square and the promotion square is on the right square. And this is the famous non-draw angle. So, for example, I set the position like this, and this is completely drawn because after, for example, here, and this is just completely drawn. Okay, now this is just a stalemate, and there is no way to just progress in this situation. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you for the next series of Boris, Spassky, and Bobby Fischer matches. There were actually 21 rounds in the 28th World Championship 1972 matches. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and comment on this video, and please also make sure that you sub to the channel. Goodbye for now. See you next time.